So, okay, a couple days ago, I just like spontaneously considered stretching my ears. It's only been 2 weeks since the 14 to 16 stretch, but I was just like, out of curiosity, let's see if this happens. And weirdly enough, I was imagining my left ear was going to be the easy one and the right ear was going to be the hard one, just based on my experiences with these piercings so far. But actually, I tried to put it in my left ear and that didn't happen. And then I tried to put it in the right ear just for, you know, shits and giggles, if you will. It actually went through. So now my right ear is stretched 10 gauge and my left ear is still at 12. But you see how the tunnel is just kind of popping in there? I personally think that's probably a sign that it's time to check it out. Sorry I didn't record the other stretch. It was actually kind of like spontaneous. I was like, what if I just do it? And I did it. I put my jojoba oil on there. And I'm gonna leave the O-ring on because last time I took it off. They only gave me one taper per size, which I think is kind of weird. All right, let's give this a shot. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. Did it. 10 gauge, okay. Now I'm gonna leave this taper in for a bit, as we did last time. That worked out pretty well. I left it in for about 20 minutes, I think, before I went ahead and put the tunnel in there. So that's what we're gonna do this time. I'm just excited I got it to work. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. So from the angle it was sitting at, I really thought I just like tore my earlobe, but I didn't. We're good. The way my hair was flipping up, it really looked like I like split my earlobe and I was losing my mind, but that's not what happened. We're good. I've had the taper in there for about half an hour now, so I think it's about time to go ahead and put the little tunnel through. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the little O-ring. There we go. This is the part that I find most difficult for some reason. Not really. I think I do need the mirror after all. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to put in a tunnel through just watching my phone screen. It like never is properly aligned when I do it that way. Which I know is satisfying to watch because I like to watch other people's stretching videos, but I just don't know if that's ever gonna happen for me personally. Because like I think that other people who make like the good stretching videos also have better equipment than I do. I literally am just working on my phone, so yeah, but we did it. We're at 10 gauge on this side. She's beautiful, she's perfect, we love her. And we're also at 10 on this side. So I'll be making another installment of this in about a month. The fact that I was able to do it after 2 weeks, probably not advisable, probably kind of a fluke, and I don't plan on trying my luck again. Hi everyone, we're back in the bathroom. You know what that means, right? It's been a month since I stretched to 10 gauge, so I'm gonna see if it's time to stretch to 8 gauge. I'm gonna start with my right ear because, as you recall, the last time my right ear was actually the easier ear to stretch. First things first, I'm gonna clean this off. So typically when I think it's about time to stretch is when the little tapered part at the end here will start like getting lost in my ear. That's when I know it's probably big enough to stretch. Let's just see if this goes through. Oh. Bitch. I'm gonna let this sit there for about like 20 minutes or so, and then we're gonna switch out to the tunnel. That was really easy. That was easier than last time. This is actually where we get into like the big numbers because the 8 gauge to 6 gauge stretch is the biggest in terms of like how much of a difference there is. That O-ring is just floating around. I think that for every stretch after this, I'm going to be taping instead of using tapers. Ah, y'all know how hard this is for me. So yeah, we got the 8 gauge tunnel in. Let's see you in a couple days when I do the left side. Okay, alright, new hair, new me. Let's do the other ear. Alright, so we got our 8 gauge boy. We're gonna take out the 10 gauge tunnel. This is how big the hole itself is. Now, if you recall, my left ear is usually the most difficult ear to stretch. If I can't get it in tonight, no problem, we'll just try again. Another time. And there we go. So we're gonna just pop that on there. And now we're gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then we're gonna put the tunnel in. That was so easy. Like, the right ear was super easy, the left ear is super easy. I think this is like my last easy stretch ever. So I'm enjoying it while it lasts. So I have not even had this taper in for 20 minutes, and honestly, I think I'm probably ready to go ahead and put in the tunnel. Just pop off this O-ring. Let's see if I can do it on camera this time. Whoops. Okay, so line this up. Bam! Got it. Yes! That was the most successful stretch I've had to date. So, there we go. Now both the ears are 8 gauge. See y'all in about a month. Okay, so hi, it's the next day. This ear was like really irritated yesterday, but I've been like groping it, massaging it, and it doesn't feel any pain at all right now. Still really excited that I got this one in, and honestly it looks bigger than it is. It's an illusion. Let's hope this shit up, shall we? You see what I'm talking about though? Like, the top of this is just like thicker than the rest of it. Let's hope this as well. Let's make an attempt. All right, I got it. My right ear is still slightly harder than the left one for some reason, but it's in. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna try to stretch today to 6 gauge, which is like a big size. But I was looking at the taper yesterday compared to the plugs that I've been wearing, and it really doesn't look like that big of a difference. And I've waited about 3 weeks at this point, and usually people go from 8 to 6 in 2 months. So I went from 8 to 7, as you may recall, and I'm asking myself, how hard would it really be to go from 7 to 6 if they look really similar, you know? So I've been using the 6 gauge O-rings on my 7 gauge plugs, so I'm gonna pop that back on there. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god, yes! We did it! That was so freaking easy! That didn't feel like barely anything. I'm like shaking because I did not think it was gonna be that easy. Wow. Oh, I lost my tunnel. Now let me see about the hard part, which is always kind of aligning these, pulling it through. There we go, we're at 6 gauge, folks. Oh my goodness! I'm probably gonna try the right ear too. So that's what he looks like. I'm kind of sad because I thought I was gonna be able to see through it a lot better. Every video that I've seen about people stretching their ears, every time they get to 6 gauge, like, whoa, I can see through it, and I'm not quite having that experience, but it still looks really cool. Now, the right ear was a bitch last time, so I don't really have very high hopes for this. And if it doesn't go through, that's fine. I'm used to not doing them both at the same time anyway. That's kind of been my brand this whole time, hasn't it? Get real ho-ho-berific up in here. So I think it looks pretty healthy. It doesn't feel like the last time I stretched a 7 gauge, it still had a little bit of like discomfort. Oh, well, look at you. This one again has like a slight more of a pinch, but it's really not too bad whatsoever. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put in the tunnel for this one too. My hands are literally shaking just because I'm shocked at like how easy this has been. I can't believe it. Wow, what look. Much easier than last time. Alright, let's see. These. Yep. Wow! Bam! We got it! Now we'll see if this one swells up again. The last time it swelled up for a couple of days, but it really wasn't too bad. I'm just absolutely amazed by how easy that was. We got our O-rings secured and we're good to go. This looks so sick. Wow, I can't believe I'm at 6 gauge, like the scary size. The big scary 6 gauge. I think it's 4 millimeters, right? So yeah, next up. I'm probably gonna try to do the same thing that I just did just because it was so easy. I'm probably gonna see if I can find like a 5 gauge glass plug that I can dead stretch to next month and we'll just go from there, but ooh, I'm getting up to like the real stretch sizes now. How exciting. So my original plan was to put literally all of my stretches into one video, but I think I'm going to do it in parts, and I think that this is going to be the end of this video. So make sure you're subscribed to me, or at least looking out for part 2, because who knows when that's going to come out. I think that having gone from, what was it, 12 gauge to 6 gauge is pretty good progress, and I'm pretty content with how far I've gone over the last few months. You can see through these, just not like inside. I'll put a picture up here where you can see that you can actually kind of see through it, which is really exciting. Thank you so much for watching this, and like I said, look out for part 2. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day.